They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. 3rd down, it's Willis. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Fourth down, Willis. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and this defense holds on the Knights' opening drive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Lance now to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. Here we go. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Lance. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down at the Cowboys' 15-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Ready, ready. Hey, cross field. Ready.
Lance to throw on 3rd and 1. Out route, and he connects with Freiermuth. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Well, only their first drive, Charles, but they talked to us about needing to convert on third down, in particular not letting third and short opportunities slip through their fingers. Well, they were successful right there.
It also tells you that they're successful on first and second down as well to get to third and manageable and make them able to pick up those first downs. Now here we are, first and goal. They've got to like what they're doing on this drive.
First and goal from the 6. They'll run with Hall. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Second down and goal. Lance. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
This is third and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. They'll look to run with Hall. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down.
But when the ball snapped from the 3 down near the goal line, I think in days gone by, we thought many teams would run the football. But on third down in today's game, I expect them to throw it. A little counterintuitive there. They tried to run it, instead spilled for a loss.
Here we go. Here we go. Come on, 38.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3. Maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
On 2nd and 10. Lance. He's going to let this one go deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And out of bounds, this will depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Last time out, Charles, they opted to go for it on fourth down in their own territory. Didn't get it, but the defense held strong, and they hold on to this slim lead.
And how about as the defense ran off the field, how about the greeting they got from their teammates on the sideline? They kept that narrow lead by their nice play. Now, let's pay it off for them, right? Punch it in on this drive, take that lead back up to 2 possessions. That would be a nice little thank you gift to them.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second and 12 now at the 44-yard line.
Ready.
A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage with just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down.
Let's go.
Going for it with Sanders. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And Willis keeping it himself on the option. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Nick Bosa using that speed to get in there and break that play up. The Cowboys had a woeful 2-9 on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
23 yards the pick up there.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. And that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Another run with Sanders. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Now that was a gutsy call. In today's NFL, that is a passing down, but they broke tendency and in a big way, and they were rewarded with a big run. Now they're set up with 1st and goal. Got to give a lot of credit to the offensive coordinator. He didn't play it safe, took a chance, and it paid off.
I call it no gain there on the 1st down play. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And the slot man goes in motion left. From the 7 now, it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now on 4th down, Mike McCarthy will turn to his field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick here is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp. and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
To throw again on second down, Lance. A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. They fake the handoff, now Lance. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that is incomplete.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Brought down by Khalil Mack. Tackled back at the 46-yard line.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Now Willis to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Here's Willis, 3rd and long. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. 4th down, and on is Ty Long to punt. Jabril Peppers deep to receive. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
A final shot before half for Lance.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And Lance's throw caught by Tony.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Here's Lance to throw it. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Lance now on first down.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
To connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that'll bring him back within 4.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Willis under pressure, and they got to him again. Nick Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Willis from the gun on third down.
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose.
Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Here comes Peppers.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now Lance.
Got a man open. It's Ross.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Okay, break. Yo, blue.
Throwing again on second down. Lance. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
On third down, here's Hall.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Breece Hall hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And this one's right there, and that pushes the lead to 13-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Let's go now.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Landry, the receiver, in motion left. Willis now off play action. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Khalil Mack in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. Here's Ty Long now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
On the double.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Come on.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Willis looking to throw on 1st down.
And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. This is Shepard on the catch. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
Sanders is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Willis going to try to run it. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
And his kick is indeed good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
Here we go.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped him for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
To throw, it's Lance. That's to Freiermuth. On the move past the 40.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here's Lance.
He's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown.
Pat Freiermuth.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Colts have broken our tie and have taken a fourth quarter lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll... The 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Here's Willis. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score. You throw a pick six.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Willis to throw.
He sets up the screen to Jones. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Finding Kelsey. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Cut, ready? 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
It's the game of 16 yards.
Now Willis.
There, that's complete to Shepard. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
Throwing Willis.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
And the Colts force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here,
there he goes, right side. 30, the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Trey Lance.
73 yards.
And the Colts tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Cowboys 13. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Indianapolis, it's a fourth win on the year as they move to 4-9. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, this season is beyond salvage now as they fall to 2-10. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans.
You spent your whole life trying to blow up.